Good morning, yarn tubers. Welcome back to Wanderlust Crochet. Dana and Dooley. Hi. Hi, sweetie pie. Oh, he's such a kisser. Such a kisser. He's such a lover. And he's over here next to this whole line of my yarn haul. So, I know, Scorched Earth Challenge, you know, I keep adding more things to it. But I realized the other day, I was watching Marianne from the Crotchety Clogger in her live, and she was talking about Nancy's crochet along. Nan's Next Knots, Luck of the Draw, Cal number 5. This is year number 5 that she's done it, and I keep, you know, making excuses as to why I can't do it this year because of all my whips. I don't like having UFOs. If it's a UFO, I'm gonna frog it, and I'm gonna, you know, get that out of my head. But I have whips. But this year I'm like, you know what? I don't want to put this off anymore. I want to do this. So I have just always wanted to do it. It's such a great idea. So, you know, I'm gonna link Nancy's video explaining it in the description box. For those of you who don't know about it, you know, you pick your yarn for this project, and every week, and you number your yarn, and on top of that you have yarn that is your main color, and then you have these 8 other colors that you number, and she draws a number every week. Okay, so that's just, I want you to, you know, watch these other videos as to how it goes. Okay, so I was kind of inspired, you know, not only to go buy yarn for this, but as far as the colors and the way it goes, I was inspired by, first of all, Selena Baca's Artisan Afghan, and how, you know, the colors in that aren't like perfectly matchy-matchy. Thank you all in the live the other day for helping me remember the word for it. It's eclectic. And mine is somewhat eclectic, my choices. You know, I threw in some things that, you know, you wouldn't think were matchy-matchy and didn't exactly complement. So it's just, I just grabbed them and I thought, you know what, we're just going to go for it because it's going to be random anyway, right? So you do your main color, and then you do the color number that she drew that week, and then you do your main color, and then the color number that she drew this week. However, you can do it however you want. Joe at Joe's Web did a snake last year, and you know, used the colors that were drawn, and I hear it was great. I need to go check that out. And it seems like she's not the only one who did that. And then some people do squares. Some people do a continuous granny square where each round, you know, you go with the drawn number. You know, people are doing all kinds of things. Now, Nancy has her own pattern, and some people are just following her pattern, which is a great pattern. Okay, well, I decided on a few things. One, it's going to be a thermal stitch blanket because so many people have asked me for pictures of the thermal stitch queen size blanket I did quite a few years ago for a friend of mine. Maybe I need to look in my Facebook and see if I can find that. But that was like 2015, I think, or 14, somewhere in there. And I gave that blanket to my lovely friend Donna. And I've wanted to do another one, and I kind of have someone in mind for this blanket if she wants it. She may not want it. She may want something different, which I will make whatever she wants. But, okay, so here are my colors. So, well, first of all, let me show you. I'm doing my own pattern, right? I'm doing the thermal stitch for this blanket. I'm using an eye hook, this eye hook, and it'll be the first project I've made completely with that hook, my wonderful furls. And then I decided all the stripes, I want it to be somewhat twin sized. So I don't want all the stripes in the blanket to be the exact same width, the exact same number of rows. I want it to be different. I wanted the size of, the width of my stripes to be random, just like the colors that go in between my main color, right? So I threw out a question saying, hey, help me come up with 39 numbers that when added up, they equal 70, because 70 is kind of the top. That's the biggest I want this blanket to be. I want it to be between 65 and 70 inches. And I got some great answers, and I just grabbed one. Nothing special. I just picked one. And this was from Stephanie over at Lefty Crochet and Mirror Knits. I will link her in the description box. All she's got is one little short video so far where she's announcing her channel, and she's going to be uploading videos apparently. Okay, so I wrote down all those numbers. I changed a couple of them because I decided, that doesn't account for the border, because I don't want it to get too big, right? So I changed a couple of the big numbers just down 1 inch. And here's what I came up with. So I'm going to start here. This was the first one drawn on Thursday, color number 4. And before that, I'm going to do my main color as a start and do it about 1 inch. And then at the bottom, I'll do it about 1 inch. And this number right here represents how many inches that row is going to be. So some are going to be 4 inches, some 2, some 5, some 1. Oh, did I bring? Yeah, a couple of 5s, a couple of 4s, even 3s, 2s, and a lot of 1 inch, so that it would be more random, right? So that's what I started on Friday night. Okay, so Friday, I tried to take some of you with me on this shopping trip, and it just didn't work because my phone is getting tired. It's getting old and tired. So, and I tried to show them in the live what my colors are. So Peacock is going to be my main color. It's one of my favorite colors from I Love This Yarn, because I bobtailed over to Hobby Lobby. I knew they would have plenty of colors to choose from. That's just why I went with Hobby Lobby, because I always, whenever I go in there, they have lots of colors to choose from. They're never, well, I shouldn't say never. There have been times I've gone in there and a color like this, they were out of. A couple years ago when I did the Turtle Beach blanket. But usually I can count on them. So this is my main color, and I bought 4 of these. Now the others I just bought one of, for space on the truck, because like I said, it's Hobby Lobby. You can always go and get one, right? 99.999% of the time. Color number 1, let me put on my glasses. I wanted a cream color to go with all of this. So like I said, my inspiration was Selena Baca's Artisan Afghan, which you can find on Ravelry. That's another one of my whips. And also Annie's Seaside Sampler, because I love those colors. So those were the 2 things in my head when I was picking out these colors. So number 1 is ivory. They call it ivory. Okay, perfect. And it's so squishy. We all know I love this yarn. It's a 4-weight acrylic, and it's how many yards? 355. Now they recommend, they recommend the 5.5 millimeter, the I hook, that like I'm using. A lot of times I use an H hook with 4-weight, but this one I want to be a little drapier. Okay, so number 2 is this sea blue. It's kind of, it's kind of a muted blue. Number 3 is a variegated. So it's got some browns and some charcoal and an off-white in there. And this is called Sand Dunes. Okay? All right, so that's number 3. Number 4, I wanted like a gray kind of, and that'll play off of that. And this is called Graybeard. Perfect, right? Okay. Number 5 is another variegated, and look, it's got some blues and like this beigey kind of color here. I played off of that too, and plus this off-white color, and this is Surf's Up. Now I didn't grab them, I didn't pick them by name, I picked them by sight. I just grabbed, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take one of these and one of these and one of these. But it's funny how they all played in. Now this color I used, this is Toasted Almond. I used this is one of the other colors I used in the Turtle Beach blanket. Toasted Almond, that's number 6. Number 7 is my third variegated, and it is Deep Sea Diving. So it's just kind of funny that, you know, I ended up with a lot of these colors that kind of referred to water and the sea. And then number 8, I went with a solid kind of blue, and it's called Dark Country Blue. So those are my colors. And I'm not, I mean, I've already done some overthinking on getting these, you know, random. I wanted random numbers, 39 of them that equaled 70. Well, I've done a little tweaking to it. I just grabbed Stephanie's, I mean, she was one of the, you know, many who commented on that post. Thank you so much for doing that for me, because I would have overthought it, really. And I really wanted, you know, you guys to be a part of this too. So I now have my list, so I'm going to do my border, and then I'm going to do my first row is going to be 1 inch, and of course she drew color number 4. At this point, all I've done is my chainless foundation of single crochets, and I haven't even finished that. You know, I have such great, you know, I'm so motivated when I'm driving and I want to get parked and I want to get started crocheting, and then I get, you know, I get duly walked and fed, and I get myself fed, and I get my hands clean, and I get everything put where it's supposed to be, and I get my pajamas on, and I'm like, you know, I'm done. But I made myself at least do, I've got well over 2/3 of the chainless foundation done on that. This is my haul. So I want to say thank you to Nancy for continuing to do this, because I want to do it at the same time everybody else is doing it. You know, I want to be with everybody and doing I have always wanted to do this because it's such a great idea. And I love the creativity. I just got done watching Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria and her video, and I'm like, yeah, me too, you know, watching her. Who else do I know is doing it? I know that Charmed Grammy, Lynette is doing it, and my loser friend Laura over at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I love you, girl. I love her so much. So please, anytime Laura and I call each other loser, please don't get upset. We love each other, really. So, and that all started with the Crochet Wars, where I actually won, but she claims that she won. And we have decided that actually Julie from Kept in Stitches is the winner, because, yeah, because she won that. And we love Julie. Okay, and I love that I'm seeing her back on YouTube. So anyway, we are in Sinclair, Wyoming, which is pretty much Rawlins, Wyoming, and we are rolling for Idaho today. I can't think, 50 gone by 2024. So today, so I started on the 22nd of January. That was 10 days. As of today, it would be today's going to be the 15th day that I call it being clean and sober, because yeah, I fall off the wagon sometimes, but so far so good. I think this is the longest I've stayed on track in a very, very long time. So 50 gone by 2024, you know, search that hashtag, check out Sandy, I guess Sandy from Left is Right, it sounds like, is doing it. Check out the video from Crochet Canada. Check it out. I even started a little playlist. Maybe I'll just link the playlist down below. And so we've all just started this to lose 50 pounds in 2 years, and I've divided it up by quarters. So a quarter would be roughly 6.5 pounds. So what is that? Just a hair over 2 pounds a week. You know, but you know, we're weighing ourselves. You know, we're kind of doing a check-in after every 3 months. So March 31st, I hope to be 6.5 pounds down from where I was in January when I had my DOT physical. So that's what's going on. I've gone on long enough, but yeah, I'm throwing my hat in the ring for the luck of the draw number 5. Who else is joining us? I love you guys. Bye.